Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and we are back playing Minecraft Dinosaurs. We are going to pick up exactly where we left off at the end of the last episode, and we are going to work on an Elasmotherium exhibit. So the first thing we need, if we're going to have an Elasmotherium exhibit, is some Elasmotherium DNA, I think. Boop, let's grab... I said boop. Good booping. Let's just put that over there. So we need to go and make an embryo with that. Quagga. I think we might actually put the Quaggas and the Elasmotheriums together. It's about time we made a joint exhibit, and we just haven't quite done that yet. There's other stuff I want to do as well. Let's see. Let's have a little look around. Do I have any? No. So what we want to do is make some signs. It's been a long time coming, but it's time we had signs on our exhibits, so I keep remembering the name of the blimmin' dinosaurs, because at the moment, how do I make signs? Is it like this? What was that? What was that? It's a coffee table. Fantastic. Yeah, that's how you make signs. Okay. We're actually going to need more than this, so I should probably double up. 6 is probably enough. 6 is probably enough. Okay. You can actually put labels on the dinosaurs, but I've somewhat forgotten how. Anyways, even more blocks. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get this on the go. So that means we need a bucket. Lovely job, late. Let's go get some milk. Now, for those who don't know, oh, it's dark and spooky nighttime. For those who don't know, to make, oh, we already have a bucket. To make Elasmotherium, it's not quite the same. We don't get an egg for fairly obvious reasons. That would be slightly weird if it gave you an egg. Can they drink milk? We should let you drink milk from the bucket. It would be a little bit weird if you got an egg, to be honest. So what you actually do is you get an embryo from this process, and let's nearly fall down the hole. Let's go to bed while that is brewing away. Oh, cactus! Hello. I'm gonna grab this because we'd like to make more growth serum, if possible. We're gonna have to expand this. One episode soon. Why do we only have 2 pieces? Did it die on the cactus? We're gonna have a farm episode. We're gonna make a proper farm. We're gonna move Clarence. We're gonna have a cactus farm. We're gonna have a wheat farm. We can move the cows, and this area here can be used on something else. So I need to find a nice location for a farm. But anyways, in the future. So before I did this episode, what I really wanted to do was do some research on the Elasmotherium itself, like its habitats, etc., etc., so we can make sure it's relatively realistic. Last episode we talked about using snow, but the Elasmotherium didn't live in a snow-based environment from what I can tell. It's actually quite interesting that Elasmotherium lived specifically in quite a hot grassland. It's a rhinoceros at the end of the day. It's pretty much a rhinoceros. So it lived in a rhinoceros-esque environment with grasses that are called T4 grasses. Basically, T3 grasses were the grasses everyone knows that dominate 95% of the grass population on the planet, etc., 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 but they didn't thrive in these low water, high heat kind of environments. And that's where Elasmotherium lived, and that's where these T4 grasses thrived, and that was their main source of diet. So I think a great location for this exhibit, let's go on a little adventure and have a little look. A great location will be across the river and up. Didn't mean to do that. On that higher, slightly dull coloured area. I think we can make something pretty cool there. So let's go have a little look, and then we'll decide how we're actually going to turn it into an exhibit and how we can maybe do something cool. I like the idea of a cave in the wall with like a glass wall that looks out onto the exhibit. I think that's a really cool way to do it. There's still a few things we need to do. Actually, there's a lot of stuff I need to go off and do. The Deinonychus exhibit, I should go check on them really, shouldn't I? It's been a little while, and we know they have a propensity for escaping. And at the moment, there's still no way to get to the blimmin' tree without... Okay, I'm a little nervous about this. Okay, I hear... Right, okay. But they're both here. Hi, guys! Oh, I'm so proud of you for not escaping. Aww, I'm so happy right now. I really expected them to have gone by now. All I'm going to do is dig a path down here that leads up to wherever one of the trees. I can't actually remember which one it is, but one of the trees with the bridge on. Let's put a sign up while we're here. Yeah. Okay. Dean. Oh. And Diana. Glad that's spelling more, I think. Dean and Diana. There we go. Actually, no. Okay. There we go. Just like a proper zoo. I like that. And then you'll walk up to here, you look at the sign, you'll be, that's very interesting. Thank you, BestInSlot sign. And then BestInSlot sign will be like, yeah, no worries, bro, no worries. And then you'll go down a little hole, and you'll end up over there, and life will be good. Let's eat some steak. Okay. Where's Spike? Now, unfortunately, we still don't have a real way to view Spike. At the moment, this is probably the best place for it. Hello, buddy. I say that, but you can just kind of always see him, can't you? So I think we're just going to put it here. Because that's where he usually is. With the pig! That is a hero pig. That pig refuses to die. That'll do for now. I do want to do something else here, like a new way to view Spike, but for now this will do. We also, obviously, need to label the boat. This is actually more important than any of them. The entrance to the boat is on the bloody other side. Come here. Okay. There we go. Lovely, jubbly. Boaty McBoatface will look better one day, but not today. Not today. Anyways, now there's two reasons to do it up here, really. The Elasmotherium. Number one, I actually think environment-wise it's going to suit it, but let's go have a little check and make sure it does. Well, number two, there's loads of mammals already around, and what we need is a cow, or a sheep, or a pig, or a horse, or something to put the Elasmotherium embryo in, and that mammal will then birth it. I think this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to murder most of the animals here, must be said, because there's too many of them, folks. There's too many of them. But the quaggers, we can have the quaggers. Quaggers have to be born from horses. They're not like the other mammals in the mod. Ooh, hello, cheeky. Oh, I don't care. Do this the old-fashioned way. For the days of vein miner made me lazy. Actually got quite a little bit of fossil back at the house. We are going to do a mining episode. If not next episode, probably the episode after. Just so you're aware and warned ahead of time. Some of you enjoyed them. Some of you asked me to do... Oh, snow! Oh, I don't actually want the snow anymore. This is weird. It's like, snow would be really helpful, but I don't know where any snow is. Oh, look, there's loads of snow right here. Oh, well. Any more fossil? Let's have a little look up here. Apparently you can do something with your shovel that lets you keep snow, but we can't just smash it up and make... snowballs and turn them into blocks anyway. How did I never know there's snow up here? This is cool. We can do something with this. I don't think it's large. No, it's just literally these like mountaintops are snow covered, which is pretty cool inherently. We might really do something with that. That's a really cool looking little area down there. It's like a little swamp. So if we ever get anything swampy, don't know what that would be, but if we do get anything swampy, there we go. We can live in that little... It can live in a little swamp down there. That'd be cool. Right. So how are we going to make this an exhibit? Basically, like, how big do I want this to be? If it's going to have all the quaggers in and the Elasmotherium, it should be a decent size. But they're not massive creatures. I mean, they are compared to humans, but in-game they won't be that big. And the Elasmotherium wasn't that much bigger than a regular rhinoceros, like a modern rhinoceros, and paled in comparison to some of the other big mammoths. It's about the size of a mammoth, one of the species in particular. And obviously that's fairly large, but still. I think I want it more focused on this bit over here on the left, but I quite like the idea of using the stone on this, because this, like, dirt with this medium grass sticking up. Oh, hello. Oh my god, there's fossil everywhere. It's all useless, but it is everywhere, which is nice. Hello. Hiya. What did we call our rat? I can't remember. We had a name for the rat. Let's just have a little look around. Let's see if we find... Oh, sand. We find anywhere more thematically appropriate. It's always going to be up here, though. I think this is a good place. And what we can do, then, is have a little pier at the bottom. And I know I keep saying I'm going to build a pier. And I will one day build a pier. And the boat can either go from there to... Oh, maybe not. Maybe we build a bridge. How would you do it? You need to get from there to there, right? And it is straight across. I think a little bridge. Ooh. Yeah, we can have a bridge and it goes high enough for the boat to go underneath. and then you get to sail under the bridge, and then we'll put the pier. The pier was going to go like there, but I think if I put the pier there, in that like inlet there, then you'll have to come out and you either go that way towards other stuff, or you'll go this way towards the Brachiosaurus wall and under the bridge. And then you walk across the bridge and go up some stairs to get up here. Hello! Aren't you a cutie patootie? Okay, so yeah, what I was thinking in terms of the actual viewing exhibit is maybe just hollow out this wall here and just have like a little glass walled area. Ooh, hello, cheeky. What's all this then? What's all this then? What is this? This is weird. Sky stone. Okay, why? What? Okay, I like that. Can't do anything with it, but I like it. So I think for now we're just going to build like a regular exhibit. So we need some stone and we need some fence, basically. I don't think we need to particularly go any fancier than that. And that's just going to come out and go around this edge. Follow along the edge here. No. And keep everyone in. We'll just do it up to this whole area here. Maybe where that ridge is there, that's a good place. We knock that down so it's more of a wall. And then it goes all the way and down there somewhere. Nice big area here. Right, that is our plan. Let's go grab our Elasmotherium and get our quagga on the way as well. And get some tools. Do I have tools? I do have tools. Let's do some tooling whilst we're here. I also, I'm going to need to make some stone and stuff. And, if we can, make ourselves a another growth serum to grow our beloved Ophelia. Although I'd like to grow her slowly over time, although that's kind of what's already been happening. If I just make sure, if I basically do my plan that I did with the Brachiosauruses, which is to make this 2 blocks tall around the edge, it's going to look like a nice, natural looking exhibit, you know? Maybe we can use marble and stone and extend that. No, because the problem with the stone is it turns to cobblestone when you smash it up. Oh well. But this way it just looks like, you know, it just looks like part of the wall. It kind of blends in with the world, which is always nicer, I think. You kind of want your exhibits to look somewhat natural. And I don't need to do it down there because we're going to have a... I might just make it out of dirt rather than using stone. And then put the fence on top of that. Interesting. Let's just do a bit there so it looks a bit less like a wall from the bottom. Should do that, okay. You know what I mean? So they can't go this way. And this is like a nice, natural looking boundary. I'm all about the natural look. Oh, natural. I was going to make a really weird joke there, but I'm glad I stopped myself. Okay, moving on with life. Moving on with life. I just realised how low tier commentary that is. I was going to say something weird and funny, but I didn't. So, there you go, guys. There you go. That's just terrible. Good job, BestInSlot. Good job. Okay, how far does this go along? Right. Okay. It is getting dark and spooky, which is a minor worry for me. But this whole area along here to down there, we can do without a fence. And then if it's too big, as in 2 blocks tall, we can put little... I like the idea of that viewing area. I think we did something like that before. But it'll just be a glass wall with some lights behind it, a nice floor, you know, put some carpet down. People can go chill in there, sit down maybe, and just watch the Elasmotheriums and the quaggas. Our mammal viewing zone. And maybe you can have a passage onto the roof as well. And we can have like a wooden balcony area that extends out a little bit. So you can watch them from the inside if you want to keep warm for the evening, you know, and if you want to go hang around outside. If it's a nicer day and... Yeah, I like that. Ooh, even better idea, right? I'm thinking like a zoo now. So in most zoos, let's say you go and watch the rhinoceroses, the rhinoceropods, or the elephants, or whatever. A lot of the mammals, and a lot of the sort of African mammals in particular, will have like an inside area and an outside area, right? So what we could do is build an inside cave for the Elasmotheriums, and then have the human viewing area view into the cave, and also lead that side. So if you want to view them inside, you can view them inside. If you want to view them outside, you can view them outside, just like you would in a real zoo. And that's something we haven't really done before, so I think that's a cool idea. I think that's what we're going to rock. Let's rock it. Let's do it. Hoo-ah! Boop. So this episode is going to be a lot of building, in case people somehow weren't convinced of that already. And next episode, we will add the Elasmotheriums. This is what we usually do. We have to have like a little build-up. Free Quagga, that is going to be really cool. I wish we did have more Elasmotherium. Actually, tell you what. Let's see if we can get more Elasmotherium, shall we? Stick this in there and hope for the best. Okay. Nothing tried to kill me, please. Thank you. Yeah, I don't really know where we'd put a farm. That's my only problem with it as a plan. Zombie. Ah! Where would I put a farm? I don't have a bloody dickens, but I really want like a nice big field, you know, with a barn, like it's like loads of proper farm stuff, you know. Farm it up, son. Farm it up. We can build a tractor. I'll find a mod that adds a tractor. I just think that sounds really cool. I know that's the stupidest thing to get excited about, a farm, but I don't know. Just burn quietly and away from me. Thank you. Cactus and grown yet. Where would it be? Maybe over there? I don't know. I need to explore the kind of surrounding environment a little bit more. Ah! Ah, they're everywhere! They're freaking everywhere! Did his hair fall off? Am I crazy, or did his hair fall off as he died? Cool. Oh, we need some sticks, don't we? Yeah, we don't have enough. Okay, let's go make some fence before we go. If we can, we're going to build up as much of it as we humanly can right now. Meow! Okay, we're going to need a lot of sticks. So let's, thankfully, I do have quite a lot of wood. Yes, I do. Cool. Always stocked up on wood for you guys at home. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Right, sticks for days, son. 6 for days. Let's get rid of most of those. Where's my... Ah! There we go. Meow. Because it's never enough. You always need more sticks. You always need more fences than you actually think you need. I actually think this is probably the right amount, actually. Weirdly. There we go. 80 should be plenty. Should be. Still not convinced it actually will be, but whatever. Random stuff, get rid of that. Let's drop some trash off. Where's my... Yep, there it is. Boop, 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 boop. Blocks. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okie dokie, I think we are good to go. Let's do it. I should probably make a pickaxe, actually. Yeah. Come on, quick, 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 let's go. I'm on a schedule. Very tight schedule. The people at Jurassic World, I don't know, people, they want the park up and running sufficiently within the day forecast week times. That's the official term they gave me on the brochure. The day forecast week times. I make words good with my mouth. Let's go! That was a weird 5 minutes of talking there. Let's just focus on the exhibit, shall we? Meow, there we go, look at that. Woo! It's so hot. Oh my god, I hate recording. I've got this like innate fear of recording now, just because I have to shut the window and turn off the fan, and I just melt. I'm gonna get an ice bath that I can record in. There's like a little bucket that I can sit in and still reach my PC. That'd be so cool right now. Look, get it? Cool. Ah! Anyways, the museum actually still needs a little bit of work, but it's nearly there. We need to try and find a nice big door that fits. Dinosaurs exhibit needs a little bit of work. The Raptor lab isn't done at all, really. You need to do quite a lot on that, actually. What else? I don't know, there's some neatening up I need to do, you know? It's just little bits and pieces here and there that needs a little bit of love. You cheeky son of a gun. Oh well. It's a lovely evening. Ah, you can see the Brachiosaurus. Hello. Strange. Okay, whatever. At least I know it's still there. That's something. Hello. Picky. Okay, let's get to work. Alright, so this is actually the start of the exhibit. Okay. It looks quite natural, huh? It looks cool. I really like that idea. So, and then all we need to do it really is dig a hole into the wall and then put a dividing line with like windows in it. And then have one half of it open up into the world and have the other half not, basically. We're going to need quite a lot of dirt, so let's make sure we pick that up as we go. How far does this go? Yeah, okay. I just don't want them to escape, and I'm pretty sure if it's 2 blocks tall, they won't be able to do it. I'm just going to knock this in. Just in case. Piggy, you are my test character. If you can't escape, nobody can escape. As everyone knows, pigs are nature's Houdini. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, it's painful. It really is. You know what things are just so cute they hurt? Like people keep linking me videos of baby sloths. Because obviously I like sloths, right? I think we've established that before. And people just keep linking me baby videos of sloths. And now I lose my day. My day disappears because I'm just looking at sloths all day. You gotta stop, guys. You gotta stop. If I'm ever going to record videos again, I have to see less sloths. Otherwise, all I'm gonna do is sit here, melt, and look at sloths all day. Which sounds okay to me. That's. Oh, I need to do that as well. Oh my god, I've got so much work to do. Oh, horrible, 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 horrible. This is probably enough. This is quite a sizable. I don't think I even want it to go this far. I think I want it to stick out this point here. Is that big enough? No, that's not big enough. Right. So from there round to there, roughly. So it's going to curl out from right here. So we do. So I'm just going to try to build this into a natural looking. Promise is it's inherently always going. Oh no, I'm not even doing that, am I? I was going to say it's inherently always going to look like a wall, but this bit's kind of meant to look like a wall. This is when we're going to start putting the dirt down and putting the fence on top. So I just need to make sure it's at no point where they can like fall over the top of it, if you get me. The tree is actually a problem. So we're going to build behind the tree. The good thing about this method, is that I can kind of do this and kind of put a lot of dirt everywhere, and it's fine. Just to make it look a little bit less man-made, you know? Some exhibits I think suit the man-made look, some exhibits I just think, nah. Right. So that kind of pulls up from there. Fence. Is that big enough? No, if all I do now is knock this in. This is going to be the outer left-hand side boundary. It's nice that being able to use like what is actually part of the world, their natural own made thing. You know, I didn't build this. This was here with little plants and stuff on it. That is going to be our right boundary. So that is there's going to be fence along here, and then all I need to do is build up this side so it's fenceable, basically. So easily done. Easily done. Go away, Violet. There's no time for you here. Ah. Again, just trying to space it out a little bit so it just feels... we can drop down a bit, it's fine. A little bit more natural. I think that'll look better as this stops being dirt as well and turns into actual... grass again, which it does do in the light, I believe. I think it just takes a little bit of time. I never really knew how that worked. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Please tell me I have more dirt. Yeah, but... yeah, we do have enough, actually. Boop, boop. Cool, cool, cool. Not that in by one, I think. Yeah. Okie dokie. Should have made a gate thinking about it. Completely forgot. We can build this up even a little bit higher in places, like so. Don't really have to be limited. Okay, if that's going to come down... See, look at it, turn into grass. Oh, it looks lovely. Looks lovely. Take it home to meet your mum, you would. Which is saying a lot. My mum lives bloody miles away, so if I'm taking it home to meet my mum, it's a hell of a trek, let's put it that way. The blimmin' Isle of Man it is, in the blimmin' Isle of Man. I know this is like busy work, but it's important busy work. All busy work's important. Busy work is what makes the world go round, you know? I mean, it's going to look cool. It's going to look really natural. I can't say those words enough. It really is what I'm aiming for. Just a nice natural feeling exhibit. Okay, it is getting slightly dark and spooky. So, I think one more rest, and you know what? We're probably going to be able to put the Elasmotherium in this episode. That wasn't kind of the plan, but the exhibit's pretty much done. Obviously, we haven't done the cave and the viewing area and all that, but we don't need that to be in there for the exhibit to work. Plus, we don't need to worry about feeding the Elasmotherium or any of that. Oh, actually, oh no. If we can get one more, you can breed them. They're basically, when you put them into the game, they actually become basically cows, right? You don't need to feed them. They just grow up naturally, really quickly, kind of like the same speed cows do. And to breed them, all you do is you feed them wheat and have 2 of them. So we could make like a little army of them. We could, as long as we get one more, we can have like 5 or 6 more. You know, really populate the exhibit. What would be quite cool, although I think people would get annoyed with me, is to have like an Elasmotherium farm. Because when you kill them, they drop beef and stuff, just like a cow would. So on our farm, we could have Elasmotheriums, we could have cows, we could have other delicious prehistoric animals. You know, there's no reason not to. Other than people getting offended that I'm killing beloved prehistoric creatures. And obviously that would have to be down the line when we've had at least one more and I can breed them all together and such. I'd like to make a zoo as well at some point. Every time we've got like a spare dinosaur that we're not going to... Like, we've got the Spinosaurus, right? It's quite hard to find another use for the Spinosaurus. Although, I really like this idea, and I was thinking about it the other day, of on the river cruise, having it go through like a glass tunnel, right? Or like a stone archway. And then you've entered an exhibit. And the exhibit would basically be the river, and then a bit of land on both sides, which would be cut off by trees and a fence. So whatever dinosaur it is would have to spend most of its time in the river. Or like standing on the side of the land. I think that'd be really cool. I think the Spinosaurus would be perfect for it. And I know that's risky, and I know that's like not an exhibit per se, because you wouldn't actually go on that exhibit because you'd be eaten by a Spinosaurus. Although I strongly suspect most of us would do it anyway if that was our only opportunity to see a dinosaur. I'm pretty sure I would do it. I'm actually 100% sure I would do it. So, yeah, I think that'd be really, really cool. I love the idea. And like, try to make it dark and spooky, you know, put loads of really high canopy trees around the sides, archways over the middle made out of leaves and bridges and just stuff, and just go down it at night time. Like, on a little boat as well. We'll make a little boat. It won't be make boat face, it'll be a separate boat. The boat with boat face is going to have to be a decent size. Doesn't have to be much bigger than this. Maybe it could be. Maybe it could be just down there. One day we're going to go on a river adventure. We might do that in a few episodes time. We're going to get on the boat in with Bowface. I'm going to make him look better at some point. Although at this point his kind of awfulness is kind of appealing to me. I'm not going to lie. Good old boaty. We'll head off down the river and just see what we can find. See if we can find a good place for this exhibit. See if we can find a good place for future exhibits. See if we find any interesting stuff to explore. And go on maybe a little mining adventure while we're there. Because that's probably a good way to get to Jurassic Craft DNA. Which is something we are sorely lacking, having only had Ophelia. We did have a lot more, but we lost it all during that mod malarkey because Jurassic Craft decided to kind of break on me slightly. But not a big deal. Right, what am I doing with my life? Don't ask that question. Don't ask that question. That's a silly question. Okay, so I didn't make a bloody gate. Ugh, that's fine. I'm just gonna fence it up, basically, all the way along. And I don't see any way to escape from this. Block breaking is off, so they can't do that. People keep telling me to turn off more stuff like creepers doing damage and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that just because, like, I know how to do it. I think we did it in a past playthrough, but it's kind of half the appeal of Minecraft, you know, or half the charm is I've got to survive the creepers at the end of the day, you know, that's on me. They've never actually hit an exhibit yet, which is something. I mean, there's time for everything, don't get me wrong, but so far... I can't believe this is not even slightly enough fence, is it? This is ridiculous. Oh my god. I really thought this would be fine, you know. But it's I mean, we're using a lot of fence, I'll give it that, but still, come on! Not even close. Ugh. Okay, I decided I wasn't going to subject you guys to me doing that, so I've gone ahead and just finished this off, went back, made loads more fence. Anyways, we are now ready. We're going to go stab somebody with some DNA. I think we're going to pick this little piggy over here. There we go. Right, so the piggy is now in Elasmotherium. Hello, Elasmotherium. No, we're just waiting for it to be born, so we need to stay by the pig until it's ready. It's just like with the dinosaurs. If I'm by the pig at the time of birth, the Elasmotherium will be tamed, and we can actually ride them after like 2 days or something like that. So you and me, we're now best friends for the next 92 things. It takes 100 seconds, apparently. 1 hippopotamus, 2 hippopotamus. This is slightly slower than a second. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. It's definitely slower than a second. Hello, maybe it's 200 seconds. So I don't really have anything to do. I did forget once again to get a gate, so we're just going to basically cut into like a hole here, pew pew, here, pew pew, and put a gate there, and you'll walk in. I think I'm okay with people walking through the Elasmotherium exhibit. Am I? Would you walk? You wouldn't walk through a rhinoceros exhibit, would you? Piggy, piggy, is it this piggy? Yes, you wouldn't walk through a rhinoceros exhibit, but I don't really. Maybe you could walk around the side. Maybe we'll have like a wooden pathway there that you can walk along. And that can take you even up here. Although, no, actually, we'll just have a wooden pathway there, and that can be the side view area. And if you want, you can walk forward into a cave thing, so you'll be in there. You can look out into where you'll walk through. You can either look out here, or you can look into their cave, which will be there. I think that's a plan. I think that's a plan. It sounds like a plan. It very much is a plan. Whether it's a good plan is a whole other kettle of fish. So I think the idea is next episode we'll work on that, and add the quagga. So yet another new creature, but hopefully some exhibit work done as well. Kind of like this episode. It's always nice to get some stuff done, but it's also nice to see new things, especially Elasmotheriums, which we've never seen before, I don't believe, in past Minecraft dinosaur seasons. And then we need to work on that thing over there. The sky hotel kind of thing. It needs lighting up quite a lot. I kind of want to get rid of the mountain above it, but it's pretty cool. So we're going to put like a glass wall there and build the hotel out back from it. But I think that's a big project, the hotel. That is a big project, so that's going to be down the line. We need to do some mining, so we'll probably do our boat exploration into the distance. Explore the world and then do some mining from there. Why is it dark? Okay, I'm going to kill the bear. I'm sorry, bear. It's just, if he's gonna murder sheep, right? Why would he not murder an Elasmotherium? Gotta keep my babes safe. Hello. You are my favourite piggy, for you are a prehistoric piggy. What else do I need to do? I need to do the lab. I'll do that on my own time and then show you guys. And museum, again, the same thing. And we need to build a farm. So our checklist for episodes is hotel, down the line, next episode, which is this, boat adventure, and farm. Those are our options at the moment. We will obviously have to add new dinosaurs as well. We'll see what our biofossils get us, but we've added a lot of stuff recently, so I'd like to take a couple of episodes just to kind of focus on. And we're adding even more next episode, so I'd like to focus on just stuff for a little bit. Stuff that makes the dinosaurs better, you know? If it's just a series of exhibits, it doesn't really have that je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi? Je ne sais quoi? Je ne sais quoi? Je ne sais pas. Bonjour, pato. I speak French, clearly. That I want, so. Hi, buddy. You ready to pop out a baby? That's going to be bigger than you, I assume. I don't know how that fits inside you. I really don't. Let's leave the obvious joke alone on that one, shall we? Yes, I think we shall, BestInSlot. I think we shall. You are a PG-13 channel. I really like the idea of that wooden walkway now. Looking over, like, the majority of the exhibit. You don't walk away from me. Where's my Yay! It is actually bigger. Is it pink? Is it brown? It's hard to tell if it's pink or brown. I hope it's brown. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Hey, Jan. Elasmotherium. Cool. Hiya. It's only a babby. It's gonna get big. There it is. And hopefully, it's just gonna chill now. And hopefully... Oh, good dragonflies everywhere. That's awesome. Cool. So we'll add a few quaggers to the bunch in the next episode, and zombie, and hopefully get ourselves another Elasmotherium from our biofossils. What was that? Oh, it's a horse. Freaked me out there. And we'll add the wooden walkway, and we'll add the inside cave bit. I'd like to get some wheat. Can you make hay? I'd like to make hay. Like hay. I want bundles of hay. You know, just like you would in a zoo. I think that's cool. Let's have a little look. Hay. Hay bale, awesome. How do I make a hay bale? Oh, bloody Nora. So I'll go farm some wheat. I'll have some hay bales ready for next episode, and we'll do like a little inside warm cave area. The leads outside, no door on it. We'll just keep it open, but have some hay in the back if they want to, you know, snuggle up and get warm. We'll have some torches. It's going to be cozy, and it'll have a glass wall on one side that leads into our inside area, which leads to the walkway. That is going to look really cool, I think. And it needs a name, Elasmotherium. Let me think. Gender-wise. Well, we want 2, so it doesn't really matter what gender it is. So I'll leave it up to you guys, actually, what gender for our new creature. And you kind of have a bigger challenge for next episode, because we're going to have 3 quaggers. And Q is the harder one to do. The only Q name I can think of is Quentin. So one of them is going to be called Quentin. Quanzo. Quimbada. These are all great names, I think. Quimbada. Quentin. Quinoa. Quinoa begins with a K, Q, even. Quinoa. Like, it's like Bulgar wheat. So, could be quinoa. I don't bloody know. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I shall see you lovely folks in that next episode. Cheers. Much love, as always. Bye-bye.